Welcome to the Athletes in Motion podcast, from race to recovery, with your hosts, Tom Riegel and Kenny Bailey.
Hey, Kenny, how you doing?
I am fantastic, Tom. How are you?
I'm fantastic as well. I would like to welcome Mafe Senosian to the show. Did I get that right? Sort of,
Yes, thanks for
maybe.
having me.
We love having you on the show. So what we're doing today, we're introducing Mafe because she is the first of our Triathletes Journey athletes as we go through. So we're
Welcome.
welcome.
Thank you.
We're
No pressure.
excited. We're excited to have you this year as we follow her journey to becoming a triathlete, right? This is the first
Mm.
one, or have you done both before? Is this your first
No, that's the first one.
first one? So we've got
Yeah.
a new one. We've got someone we're just pulling
Fish
her
on.
in,
Oh,
getting her going.
so
So Mafe, tell us about yourself. Give us your background. Give us your story. What's your story? Did you lose a bet to get into this? How did you get started?
Oh my God. No, not really. So how far should I go? Just kidding.
well, past the womb would be kind of nice, but maybe somewhere between, you know. Well, I guess it would be like, have you been, was this something you wanted to do for a while, or was this just sort of like you woke up one day and say, I decided I want to go do a triathlon, or have you kind of worked into that idea?
No, actually, so in terms of endurance sports, I started last year, when I decided to get into to do a half marathon, to sign
Mhm.
up for a half marathon. Um, so it was a little bit earlier in the year that I was finding myself in a not so healthy situation, and I was trying to get back into health. I just finished the year before my PhD, so I was like had a
Congratulations.
2022 very, very stressful. Thank you. Very
Very
stressful
stressful.
2022. Yeah.
Do we have to call you Dr. Mafe then? Is that
Oh, you can totally. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't
okay?
even start. Wow, I
Doctor,
didn't.
doctor,
Doctor, doctor.
Thank
So,
you.
congratulations, by the way.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
what's a PhD
Yeah.
in before we get too far?
Cancer biology.
Oh, now you're just showing off.
So
So
she's
that's awesome.
smart. So Mafe is not only going to be a triathlete, she's going to be a smart
Save
triathlete.
lives, actually. Thank
So
you. We appreciate that.
we love
So
that.
anyway,
Mm,
so you finished up your
yeah.
PhD. Now here you are. You're not feeling
Yeah.
great. So you decided I need to go do something about it. Is that
Yeah, exactly. And so it was like also that and some labs, like work labs that didn't came out really good. So I was like
Mhm.
starting to get worried. I think I need to take my health seriously. So yeah, luckily my sister is a nutritionist and she helped me a
Great.
little bit getting back in track of my diet. And I always like to do sports. So when I was in high school, I did swimming, like competitive swimming.
Nice.
And then the rest of my years I've been doing just uh, just going to the gyms, the regular workouts or
Mhm.
group workouts and stuff. But I've always been very active, except for that last couple of years. Um, so yeah, I got back into the gym and doing things, but I was like, I really need a goal to keep myself
Yeah.
motivated and do things. And so yeah, so I kept looking at this half marathon um publicity in Instagram that was for the Great Smoky Mountains half marathon from
Nice.
Nice.
Occasion Races. Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, okay, it's near. We can drive there. I can run, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So yeah, so I signed up for it by May last year, and I was running it in September. So
Okay.
throughout that time, I started training, running by myself, learning a little bit about the sport, and I wanted to get back into swimming, and found out about the open water swimming that Tom hosts. And I was like, okay, I really want to do this because I love swimming and I haven't been
Mhm.
doing it in a while. And that's how I found out about the triathlon group and I met the people and started getting into it. Very
That's
curious about it.
that's perfect. Yeah, he got pulled in by
Mm,
the community of the tri club, the Natural Tri Club. So
yeah.
that's
What's
fantastic.
was there a part of like triathlon that made you hold back? Like, I can run, I can swim, but the bike seems scary, or was there a hesitation? And what was that?
Yeah, definitely the bike because I have background in swimming. I started running. I've been running for several months, so I feel that I have gained some endurance, but the bike is completely new to me.
Okay.
So it's like I've never raced in a bike. I've ridden bikes, but it's like not the same. It's scary, it's fast.
You could still
Um,
put like a card on the back of it, make noises and stuff.
Yeah.
You could do put tassels on it,
Kenny
and a
does.
horn. Yeah, I do.
yeah.
I've got tassels all over mine. It's fun. So
Mm.
the My Little Pony basket's a bit much, but they make me
Yeah.
take that off. But
Yeah, so that part is scary.
Mhm.
Still scary, but I heard so many things about triathlon, and I wanted to try it, so I decided to sign up. Like by the end of last year, there were like some good sales for races, and I signed up for a bunch. So like, if I sign up, I know I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
If I still
Good.
thinking about it, I'm still gonna be thinking about it for months and probably not do it. But if I sign up, I usually commit, and then
Yeah,
things
once
You
you
get a
lock
forcing function.
once you lock that goal in there, then you feel imperative to make that actually happen and kind of focused on that. You seem like a very focused person when you get set on something. That would be
Oh yeah.
to go with your research and like to get into that part of it. So you came at it from kind of from a swimming background. So what was your swimming? What was your favorite distance in swimming?
Uh, it was favorite distance. Oh, favorite style probably was butterfly. Um,
Okay.
but shorter distance because it's a very demanding style.
Yes.
Yeah, like 50 meters. But still, I always love water in general. So
Okay.
I feel very like comes very natural to me, like being in water.
Okay.
Um,
Did you grow up around
so,
water? Did your family spend
yeah.
time?
So I'm originally from Peru, from Lima.
Okay, from
So
Lima.
I grew up in the coast, summers by the beach all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
water.
yeah, I love the ocean. I love being in water and pool and yeah,
So that's
yeah.
good.
And that's a great
That's so
advantage,
helpful.
right? Because a lot of people, will pool swim, but when they get in the open water, they get a little nervous. For you, it's just home, which is going to be
Yeah.
fantastic for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what races did you sign up for?
Oof. I think
A
I
lot?
was
Oof.
yeah, a lot.
It sounds
Short
like a lot.
distances. Short distances though, because I wanted like I have in my ambitious mind, I want to do an Ironman at one point. But first I want to
Mhm.
get familiarized with the sport
It's a
and
great idea.
yeah, build some confidence
Mhm.
and get to
Hmm.
know like it's like the parts that I don't know or like the
Mhm.
whole event. It's very new to me. So I signed
Yeah.
up for the women's triathlon sprint, which is in May.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, then the other one, the Music City, also sprint, and
Couple weeks after that.
and then the what's the name of it? In Ashland City,
Oh, the River Bluff. That's in
River
River
Bluff.
Bluff.
August.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
in
is very fun.
August.
It's fun. They're all great.
And
So
yeah, Olympic distance for that one. Yeah.
Okay. So two sprints and an
very cool.
Olympic stepping up.
hmm
All right.
Yeah.
I like
hmm
that.
So
That's good.
uh, other than the bike, what else are you nervous about? Or is that the only thing you're nervous about?
The transitions.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Or messing
Just
up
not
some of the
knowing or
rules.
oh,
I don't
okay,
know,
okay.
getting disqualified for something that I don't know.
Mhm.
hmm
Well, the good news is that um, two things. One is there's a lot of really friendly people that can help you in the morning, right, to get set up and all that sort of stuff. So triathletes are very good that way. And secondly, they'll make sure to point out like, hey, if you've got something, I mean, if you forget your helmet, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're doing something, they're like, hey, you need to be over here. They're not going to, you're not going to go to triathlon jail for it, right? They're very helpful. I mean, they're trying to get people to succeed. So I think
hmm
I know personally when I go into places, you're like, oh, are they going to point and all that sort of stuff? And what they end up doing, which I think is a great job, is everyone wants to see everybody succeed.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about this community. So if somebody can help you out, like, hey, you got to be careful with that, or hey, you may want to do that, they're gonna try to help you on that, which is a great thing. So, but yeah, transitions are scary because you're not just doing a sport, you're doing three of them. So how do I pack for the swim? How do I get everything for the bike? Okay, now I'm off the bike. How do I get everything for the run?
Yeah.
And then the bike part, of course, is going to be, like you said, you're just going to, it's what's like riding a bike. You just kind of ride it. So.
pedal, steer, all of that. The Tri Club is super great community to be a part of, and we'll walk you through lots of stuff. They have a very active, I think Nashville Tri Club is on the Slack channel. They have a Slack group that, boy, the questions come flying fast and furious, and there's no question that's stupid, right? Everybody understands. We've all been there at that same point. And the best part is, by the time you get to the race, the morning of the race, as Kenny was saying, there's people that will help you. But if somebody notices something that you're doing wrong, or you're missing, or helmets on backwards, or wetsuits on backwards, or something like that, people will point it out and help you. Not like it's a, hey, by the way, you need to do this. Oh, don't forget your goggles, or, kind of walk you through a lot of stuff. And especially if they know you're new, which Magic Sports does a great job with giving you a wristband that you can wear as a first timer, so that people can recognize that your first time race, and they can reach out, help you, and keep an extra eye on you to make sure that everything's going great. They do such a fantastic job with that. And their concierge service that they have for newbies
really good.
Is fantastic. It's a great addition that they did to their races. So you're in good hands with Magic Sports.
Yeah, and just to give you an idea, right? I'm a seasoned athlete, right? And I showed up to a race where it was wetsuit legal, but I didn't want to wear wetsuit, but I wore floaty pants because I just like having my hips up, and long story. So I went, did the swim, got to the transition. Again, I'm an experienced guy, and I always sing head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? So I just start with the helmet, move my way down, got my shoes on, everything was doing well. I'm like, wow, good transition. I go to leave, and I turn the corner out to the bike transition to start taking off. I look down, I still had my floaty pants on. I'm a seasoned guy, so I went, crap. Yeah. So I had to take off get off my bike, rip off the floaty pants, throw them in a ditch. This lady's like, I got you, and then took off. So it happens to, it happens to everybody, right? Yeah. So it's just a matter if you can, laugh at yourself and kind of move forward.
Well, one of the pros at the races last year was exiting for the run and still had his bike helmet on and strapped. And he was literally running out to go, and they just yelled at him, and he was like, "Oh!" And then he had to take it off. He had to run back, put it away, and then come back out again. It was. And
everybody makes a mistake.
Also, they've left without their helmet. Like, they've started running out of transition with their bike without their helmet. Had to put their bike there, run back over, get there. So it happens to everybody. It's a thing.
So let's see, it's March now. Are you on a training program now, or are you getting ramped up for one, or what's your comfort level right now with sort of what your week looks like?
Yeah, so right now I'm training for the rock and roll marathon, the full marathon.
Great. Nice.
The full?
Yeah, the full. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's great.
That's good.
Yeah, so after finishing the half last year was hungry for more. I wanted more. Yeah, I guess twice is not as hard. No, I mean, like I'm scared, but I think I could put enough time and commitment into the training to make it happen. At least, like, it's my first one, so my goal is just to finish it. I don't want to pressure myself, especially because Nashville is very hilly. I just want to finish in one piece. That's it. But I've been training for that, so I feel like my fitness is gonna be that's my main event right now, the full.
And when is that? That's April.
The 27th.
Okay, good. So that's so you got a few weeks. You got what, 3 weeks or so before the women's try, so you'll be able to recover and you'll be fine. Your fitness is going to be great.
Yeah, so. Hopefully.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, so the main event will be the marathon, and then I was out of the country, so I just recently came, and I'm getting into buying the bike and starting like doing some cross training with the bike and some swimming, and but the main right now will be just getting the miles in for these weeks, and
Well, the good news is like you grew up swimming, so that's an easy thing for you, right? It's 400 yards, I believe, is going to be the sprint, right? I think it's
Mhm.
400.
I
So that
think
should
200
be.
meters. I don't know yards. Sorry, didn't grow
Oh,
up here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's close to that.
it's four. It's 400. So it's very quick for you. You'll be done in 6 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one should be easy.
It's
The
in the
run,
pool.
you'll be
It's in the pool
yeah,
as well. So it's in
Hmm.
the
yeah. So that should be easy for you.
Sportsplex. So that'll
And then
be
so
easy
matter
for
it's just a matter of the bike, right? It's just transitions, like getting used to your body. So there's an exercise called bricks. So you put like a bike, and then as soon as you get off the bike, you run. So you treat
Hmm.
those things like a back to back to help you with your hips and kind of get used to that. You go from here to here, and you're using different muscle groups, that kind of thing. But
Hmm.
so it's really the bike, right? That, like you said, you just get comfortable on that. You don't have to blow it out of the
Yeah.
water. It's just, you've got the run down, you got the swim down. So now it's just that middle part to,
yeah.
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 So,
Just the middle part.
well, it's just like everything else. It's like a lab, right? You break down the challenges to, okay, we know this is working. We know this is working. This is the part that's not working. So this is the
Yeah.
part we need to focus on. And that's kind
Hmm.
of, so you don't have a formal plan right now, or do you?
No, no,
Okay.
no. I'm just gonna do cross training and
Okay.
get advantage of some of the events happening in the tri clubs and
Mhm.
trying to research on my own whatever I can. Like, I mean, I would like to have a more formal plan in the future when I want to like see how this goes and then plan if I want to see a half and a full Ironman, and that would be
Mhm.
like then that would be my
Yeah.
main
Sure.
event.
Sure. Yeah.
But right now I just want to get familiarized. I know I feel like training for a marathon can get me to a good fitness anyway. So
Yeah.
my main concern would be to know how to do the stuff. Like like to
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm very I'm the kind of person that really wants to know everything. So I will be probably a few weeks from now. I will be looking all the YouTube videos that I can, like try to learn and do the stuff and learn as much as I can. Yeah, but
Gosh,
that will
Tom, it
be.
almost feels like maybe one of our upcoming episodes could be about transitions and tips
Could
and
be.
tricks on
Could be.
what to do. Light
Yes.
bulb.
Yeah.
Mafi, what we're going to do is
Look
we're going
at
to
it.
make a video for you. Okay.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
going to talk
awesome!
about transitions. We'll talk about like the little stuff, some things you don't think about every day. The
Mhm.
big stuff, do I have a shoes? Do I have a helmet? Do I have,
Yep.
those things? But especially on longer distance ones, there are certain things that, you want to be able to have, or that makes it just helpful and easier. Um, but yeah, it sounds like you're going to have the physical ability. I think, if you want any words of wisdom from me, I think, I come from a cycling background. I think on that one, you don't, I think it's less about, going fast and doing, I think it's just more about understanding your space and being comfortable on your bike. And so you
Mhm.
don't make sudden movements, because it's not you out there, it's you and a few hundred other people, right? So if
Yeah.
you're consistent on just, know how to control your bike, know how to turn, know how to be able to do that, your speed is going to be what your speed is. Of course, you want to practice that, but just your bike handling will be helpful, because that way, if you act predictable, people can then, like, if I'm coming around you, I know you're not going to do some crazy kind of thing because you're trying to grab your bottle and now you're, 6 feet where you used to be. So, those kind of
Mhm.
skills would be something you'd want to just practice so that you feel comfortable on the bike and comfortable handling the bike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clearly you want to get faster, but you got time to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Of
those
course,
kind of
it's not.
skills, just having those base skills, that's
Yeah.
really important. And I'm saying that for everybody, because
Hmm.
people forget that. I mean, I've seen, you know, bad things happen when someone's doing that. They'll go to the aid station and they don't look back, and they just kind of turn out, and you've got people whizzing by, and that could be a very dangerous thing to do. So that's the one where I think, if I were to give any advice to anybody, is just feel comfortable about what your bike does and how you are on your bike,
Hmm.
how to brake properly, how to be able to take water properly, those kind of things. And then you
Yeah.
can worry about getting faster.
Hmm.
That's
So
another podcast we can do, Kenny, is
look at that. Mafe, you've given us
situational
podcast ideas popping all over the place.
situational awareness. That's
Situational
my
awareness. Yes.
that is my
So
biggest, I won't say pet peeve, but my biggest thing to get to everybody. And also, Mafe,
yeah.
I have in April we'll be doing the transition clinic. So in person, so you'll get to practice and we'll go over all of that stuff. So we'll make sure you get an invite to that.
Perfect.
Yay.
Come over because that's what I do every year. And
It's
seasoned
great.
athletes show up, beginners show up. We go over all the basics. We cover a lot of stuff, and then we actually do a couple of transitions. We actually go through. I make you spin in circles, get your heart rate up, get you dizzy, make you run halfway through my lawn. Train, get onto your bike and then go out, do a lap around the neighborhood, come back, transition off to the run, go out, do a lap around the neighborhood, come back. Then we talk about it, and then we do it again. So it's fun. It's the
really
best
good.
way to learn because everyone
Yeah.
shares their tips and tricks and things and all that stuff. So it's good to do in person. We can walk through all of that. So fun
There you
stuff.
go.
Yeah.
Fun stuff coming up. You're gonna have
Well,
so much
Mafe, we're
fun.
excited for you. We're
Yeah.
excited to welcome to the community.
Thank
There's
you.
not like a pin or anything or a handshake. You
Yeah,
just
there's no secret handshakes.
we can try to
Hey.
come up with something, but we're excited to have you on the program. We're excited to see your progression.
Thank you.
For the audience, we're going to be tracking Mafe for the next few weeks. So like every 3 or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, we'll get you back on and we'll ask how your training's going. I mean, obviously right now it'll be mainly on the run, but you'll need to get a bike and we'll have to talk about all that stuff. So we're excited to have you on the program. We're excited to share your journey with us, understand sort of all the highs and lows and what you're excited for, what you're scared about. And we can,
Yeah.
we can watch you hit that finish line.
Yeah. No, we're excited.
I'm
Thank you.
excited.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We really,
Yeah, absolutely.
really like that. And for everybody, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It'll be someplace floating around on the YouTube channel. And if not, just hit the subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
There you go.
Send us comments, questions, any of that fun stuff. Just interact with us. We're on Facebook, Instagram, any of that. You can get a hold of us, ask questions from Mafe if you want to get us queued up with some questions for that as well. We really appreciate all the comments and stuff that comes through now. So thank you so much, Mafe. We appreciate it. We look
Thanks for
forward to
having me.
following you. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Kenny, as always. And for everyone else, we'll catch you on the next episode.